TV begins now.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for e-sport racing here. I'm Todd Stanton. Alongside of me is Justin Gledhill, down pushing all the controls, of course. Jack Truan making all that magic happen at a fingertip there. But hey, it's the season finale of the Wednesday Night Street Fights, brought to you in part by Full Velocity Racing Network, the final season finale here at Lanier Speedway. One of Phil's favorite things to do is watch the Lanier season finale. He always loved watching this track. Now, I believe he's not out in the chat box with us here this evening, but definitely one of his favorite things to do. One of my favorite things to do too, season finale here, is these guys go at it for 100 laps, scheduled laps here. And the A main here, we're getting ready for heat race number 1, and starting on the pole, driving car number 8, and I don't think he likes our name for him, but it is Jumpin' Jeremy Vaughn. And his dancing partner on the outside, driving the car number 98, should be is Justin Thompson. Inside row number 2 in the third starting spot, driving car number 21. That's the evil one, the grumpy one. That's Jim Remis. Now it's the name car number 29 of Lane Phillips. Inside row number 3 in the fifth starting spot, driving car number 69. That is Keith Hackney. And Easy Eric Elmore, we welcome him back here. The good old 420 machine, rolling off position number 6. Seventh star sees the number 71, the Iceman, Daniel Stifler, to his outside. Scheduled to go to his outside is Carl Kilgore, who's down on pit road. And Douglas Stewart in car number 3, starting shotgun on the field in position number 9.
Well, I tell you what, Todd, this track right here puts on some phenomenal racing, and these guys here, like we say every week, they put on some of the best racing in street stock. They're the best in the business here, so I'm sure we're going to have a heck of a show to put on tonight. It's going to be fun to watch. Interesting to see Jeremy Vaughn starting up there on the pole again, see how he does tonight.
Green flag coming out there, a little bit of a controlling issue here for heat race number 1 as they dive it off into turns 1 and 2. The number 8 of Jeremy Vaughn, your race leader. Second is Justin Thompson. Now Thompson looking to the outside. Here comes the 21 of Jim Remis. He's right there too. He's going to try to make short work here of Justin Thompson. But Thompson to the outside, trying to go side by side with Jeremy Vaughn. And the 21 of Carl Kilgore just up the field in front of the whole field there, just trying to get up and out of the way as everybody coming at a very high rate of speed there on that number 21 machine. So back up front is Jumpin' Jeremy Vaughn, and Justin Thompson going at it for the top spot.
Yeah, just like we said, they put on some good racing, and you're seeing it right now, folks. They're side by side by side by side, just about the whole pack, running top to bottom, man. There's a lot of places to race on this track, and they're using every inch of it. Looks like Justin Thompson's going to take the race lead here, coming around to complete lap number 3. Jeremy Vaughn's still battling on the inside. Looks like Lane Phillips moving up there, trying to take away the second position now from Mr. Jeremy Vaughn. Uh-oh, a little bit of contact with Mr. Hackney and the evil one. Parking lot over there in turn 3 and 4. Are we going to go yellow? No caution. We're going to keep it going.
Yeah, tough break for all those drivers involved over there. It looks like Hackney pulling it down and in. Jim Revis called a tow truck, and just tough break for those two drivers. And some more contact there with Jeremy Vaughn and Lane Phillips with some contact as Vaughn now drops back to the third spot. Lane Phillips edges himself into second, now setting the sights there on the number 98 of Justin Thompson. Thompson now up on the top shelf of the speedway here, as far up top as he can go right now, without getting in that loose stuff. He is right now leading the way here with the number 29 of Lane Phillips, running in second with Jumpin' Jeremy Vaughn. In third, Daniel Stifler, the Iceman, up to fourth.
They're going to come around this time, Todd, and take the white flag. Justin Thompson going to try to get this heat race win, but Lane Phillips all over the back bumper. Who's going to get it?
Yeah, Lane Phillips down to the inside there. Thompson still holding on down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4 to Phillips. Slide job. Thompson back, crossing him back over. Drag race to the start finish line. It's Justin Thompson taking down the victory here in heat race number 1. Second going to go to Lane Phillips, Jeremy Vaughn, Daniel Stifler, Douglas Stewart, Eric Elmore, Carl Kilgore, Jim Revis, and Keith Hackney round out your 9 cars here. Heat race number 1 in the book.
Yes, we're going to get heat race number 2 lineup here for you. It looks like the 69 car of Mr. David Brewer will be your pole starter to his outside. It's going to be the electric one, Eric Eichstead, in that 12 car. David Blackberg is going to start inside row 2 in the number 16. To his outside is going to be the 012 of Gerald Miller. Alex Brewer come start in the 5th position in the 1 car, and to his outside is going to be the real OG. That's Mr. Derek Debris in that number 87 car. Starting on the 4th row on the inside is going to be the number 40 car. That's Jordan Curdy, and to his outside is going to be the 11 car. That's Kyle Moyer. Starting shotgun on the field tonight, it's going to be the 2 car. That is Jamie Massey, as we're going to have 9 cars start this one. 8 laps is the distance. Going to be interesting to see if some of these guys that start more towards the back are going to be able to charge their way up to the front. We got some fast guys back there. Going to be interesting to see how this one shakes out.
And definitely going to be interesting as this is a star-studded field here tonight. 18 entries in to the Wednesday night street fights. A bigger field here tonight. Not sure where we're going to go next. Next season with Wednesday night street fights. I know we're covering now Sunday night shootout, so we'll wait to see what happens there. But definitely been a long season here, a long couple of seasons with DWRL and Wednesday night street fights. Glad to be a part of that. I know they'd be interested in looking for a sponsor for next season, and maybe to do Wednesday night street fights. So just to put out the good word there to help these guys out, as they do a lot of great street stock racing here for the community. This is fantastic right here. They put on a good show each and every time. As that green flag comes out, we are racing down in 1 and 2, already down the back straightaway. The number 69 of David Brewer leads over the Voodoo Child Eric Eichstead. Eichstead up to the top shelf of the speedway. You got David Blackberg down the inside in car number 16.
Yeah, as Blackberg and Eichstead going to be side by side going into turn 1, battling for that 2nd position, but they're both chasing that 69 car of David Brewer. Brewer going to get to the wall just a little bit on the back straightaway. Going to open up the door for Blackberg to run down to the inside there in 3 and 4. Looks like Eichstead will get into the bumper. Oh no, we got a car turn around over there. That's going to be Alex Brewer gets turned around from that, but they're going to keep it green and keep it going. Looks like Blackbird's pull into the lead now, getting around David Brewer. Now they're 3 wide for 2nd place coming out of turn 4. Looks like Brewer will win that battle.
Brewer right now, like you said, doing the job that he can do is watching these guys come up through the field. Look at Miller also. Miller trying to slice and dice with the other number 12 of Eric Eichstead. David Brewer now up on the outside. They're going almost 3 wide for the 2nd spot. Is Eichstead in the middle, and so the 12 of Miller was down the inside, but now David Brewer starting to lose a little bit of handling on the number 69.
Yeah, just a little bit, and Blackbird's starting to pull away just a little bit, but there goes Brewer charging hard in the 3 and 4, trying to get up to the back bumper of David. Not quite there yet. David going to pull away just a little bit. I'll tell you what, folks, I know they sold all these tickets to the grandstands tonight, but I don't know why, because the seats ain't getting used. You got to be on your feet for this one. It's surely getting exciting as we're coming around for the 2 to go this time by. It's going to be 2 laps to go for your race leader, David Blackberg. Cars behind him chasing him down, trying to take it away. Blackberg's still going to be your leader. They're going to be side by side one more time over there in 3 and 4. That's Eric Eichstead and David Brewer. It looks like Brewer will win the battle. He's going to be in 2nd place. The white flag is out for your race leader. David Blackberg going to try to lead the last one here, but he's got a hard charging David Brewer coming behind him. Is Eichstead going to be able to do something for 2nd? It looks like Blackberg's going to go to the bottom and shut down that run. And your race winner for heat race number 2 is going to be David Blackberg. David Brewer come home 2nd. Eric Eichstead, Gerald Miller, Kyle Moyer, the real OG, Derek Debris, Jordan Curdy, Jamie Massey, and Alex Brewer will round out your field for the heat race number 2. As we're getting set now for the little bit of a warm-up track prep, and we're going to send it down to the infield for the playing of our national anthem. And we'll be right back, folks.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And welcome back here to the Full Velocity Racing Network, getting set, locked, and loaded for the 100-lap main feature here at Lanier National Speedway. All covered in dirt here tonight. Is man, the 3D racing starting lineup going to go away like this as another season comes to an end here for Wednesday night street fights. Starting on the pole, driving car number 98, that will be Justin Thompson, and his dancing part of the outside, driving car number 16, that's David Blackburn. Inside row, oh, go ahead. Yeah. Woo.
Sorry, folks. Row number 2 is going to be made up of the number 29 car. That's Lane Phillips going to be starting third place. To his outside is going to be the 69 car of David Brewer.
Inside row number 3 in the 5th starting spot, driving car number 8. That's jumping Jeremy Vaughn. It is dancing part on the outside, driving car number 12. That's the Voodoo Child. That's Eric Eichstedt.
And the Iceman himself, the number 71 car of Daniel Stifler, is going to be starting 7th. To his outside is going to be the 012 car of Gerald Miller.
Next row back starting in the 9th starting spot, driving car number 3. That'll be Douglas Stewart. And outside of him, that is Kyle Moyer aboard car number 11.
Eric Elmore and the 420 car is going to be starting 11th. And the real OG in the 87 car, that's Mr. Derek Debris, starting 12th.
Rolling off in the 13th starting spot, driving car number 21. That'll be Carl Kilgore. And Jordan Curdy aboard car number 28, going to roll away 14.
Mr. Grumpy himself, the evil one we call him, that's Jim Revis in that 21 car, going to start 15th. And to his outside is going to be the 2 car of Jamie Massey, which I believe he got in the EOL.
Last week's winner, Jamie Massey, and starting 17th and 18th, that'll be Keith Hackney and Alex Brewer. That's a loaded back row there. As we go green flag racing off of turn number 4. High racing high flag, green flag is out, and Justin Thompson going to lead the charge down into turns 1 and 2. Here comes David Blackburn down to the inside, side by side down the back straightaway. Blackburn trying to take over that lead.
Yeah, as we're still side by side just about this whole field. Looks like Jeremy Vaughn got a little bit squirrely coming out of 2, but he caught it, kept it going. As now Blackburn going to take the early race lead lap number 1. As Thompson is definitely trying to chase him down. Lane Phillips back there in 3rd trying to chase him down as well. But he's got a whole hornet's nest behind him. They're all trying to get up to Blackburn. Just going to take some time to get up there to him.
Yeah, definitely a good race going on there. Those guys getting all types of sideways over there and keeping it straight here at Lanier National Speedway. Just watching it 2 by 2 by 2 for Jeremy Vaughn and Daniel Stifler. Those guys fighting it out back there. And man, there's some good racing going all the way around this track. It starts with 2nd spot there. That is the number 2 of Justin Thompson, or number 98 of Justin Thompson, excuse me, and the 29 of Lane Phillips. The number 12 also down there, that is Gerald Miller. Then you also got David Brewer to the mix. Eric Dykston right there running in the 6th spot, but he is fighting it out with his teammate, the number 11 of Kyle Moyer. Those guys going side by side, almost 3 wide there. Justin Thompson on the outside, the 29, Lane Phillips, and Miller now forces the 3 wide over there, 3 and 4. Look at Miller go on the bottom.
Yeah, we got a barn burner of a battle here for the second position. 3 wide at the line. Looks like Thompson's going to be your second place runner, but Phillips and Miller are going to be right there beside him, as Todd was saying. There's still 3 wide on the back straightaway, and even in the 3 and 4, boy, it's shaking up good. But I'll tell you what, David Blackberg loves what he's seeing in those mirrors. He's just steadily pulling away from the rest of this field. Kind of hoping those guys can just keep that running roadblock that they got going for them, and nobody else is going to get around them. I'll tell you what, though, Kyle Moyer is right on the back bumper of all of them, and he is itching to get around them because I know he's got a fast car to get up there around Blackbird.
Yeah, he definitely does. Just watching these guys go at it, and Blackbird's just checking out here right now, and that's what he's loving seeing behind him. All those guys going 3 wide. Moyer right there now making it 3 wide. Justin Thompson way up to the top side there in the loose stuff. And car number 98, but he makes it work though on the outside. Still 3 wide for the second spot. As those guys going at third spot, excuse me, is Miller trying to get away from that group. But man, what great racing do we have here at Lanier tonight?
Yeah, they're definitely putting on a show, which is not surprising. We see it each and every week with these guys here at DWR. They put on phenomenal racing, and you know it's just a pleasure to be a part of it, to call it. I love seeing that I race with these guys some, and when I can, and I mean, it just shows the quality of drivers that this league has in here. And I mean, they put on great racing lap after lap after lap. You see them side by side, 3 wide going around this track. Lanier's a tough track to get around 3 wide too. Let me tell you folks, it's not a track that just, you know, you can go 3 and 4 wide and not have any contact, but these guys are making it look easy out here for sure.
They definitely are, and they're logging some laps pretty quickly here at Lanier. We're already on lap number 12 of 100, and these guys definitely know how to get around this track, and some new guys even into the mix. That's what makes this amazing here tonight, Gladhill. Some names I haven't seen here in DWRL, and these guys going at it, finding some new blood, and they're definitely mixing pretty well.
Yeah, definitely meshing well there. We're talking about Lane Phillips and Justin Thompson there. Haven't really seen them around here, but, you know, this is an invite-only league, folks, and you know, it shows when you bring somebody new into the league, when they bring somebody in, they know who they are, and you know, they know that they're clean racers and they're good racers and they can race, you know, around people, and it's a pleasure to see more guys getting back in here. Would love to see, you know, fields like this every week again, and hopefully, you know, DWR can get back to that. I'm sure they are. The racing's getting better every week, and it's just a pleasure to watch this and broadcast and be a part of it. Right now, it actually looks like Miller is starting to chase down David just a little bit, lap after lap. He's chipping it away. He got it under 1.5 seconds now. And Blackberg's going to have to start watching the mirror a little bit more, because Miller's coming and Moyer is right behind him, chasing him down as well. They finally broke away from that 3 wide roadblock, and now they're slowly chasing down the race leader. Right now, Miller is either running just about identical times, or he's actually, yeah, he is just a little bit faster than our race leader right now. Actually, Blackberg going to run a little bit faster lap, a 275 to a 293, but yeah, Moyer is definitely coming as well. It's those 3 guys every week. They're 3 of the guys that you're definitely going to have to contend with no matter where you go. But the guy I'm waiting on right now is the guy that we talk about every time we come here to Lanier. This is kind of his home track, I guess you could say. It's the track he loves the most, and that would be the evil one, Mr. Jim Revis. He probably loves this track more than anything else. As the Milner Medium Design caution flag is going to come out here on lap 18. Have to see exactly what happened here. Oh, it looks like Curdy might have been involved there. Oh yeah, just kind of got a little crossed up there. People were behind him and had no place to go. Looks like Jumping Jeremy Vaughn was involved too, but it's all right. They'll get them cars straightened out there and get back, caught up to the back of the field. That'll be all right. As right now, your top 5 runners is going to be David Blackberg in that 16 car. Still your race leader, Gerald Miller, is behind him. Kyle Moyer in 3rd, Lane Phillips in 4th, and David Brewer is going to round out your top 5. You know, we were talking about that the cars back there towards the back that were going to be real fast here, Todd, and that's Mr. the evil one himself, Jim Revis, Jamie Massey, and Keith Hackney. They're starting to make their way up through the field, but we got the iRace Not Flag green flag back out. Brewer's going to lead them off into turn one, but look at this. Miller to his outside. They're trying to make it 3 wide over there with Moyer as well. Lane Phillips trying to get up there and make a run for the lead as well.
Yeah, Lane Phillips up on the outside of the Speedway. That number 29 machine just trying to gather everything back that May lost there on that restart. Right there down to the bottom goes Kyle Moyer trying to get around Blackberg here early on in the going, and it makes it more difficult. Blackberg had a whale of a lead there, a huge lead on the rest of the field there, and then that yellow flag coming out, restack and repack this field, and man, there's still a hungry pack of wolves behind them there. But if they get side by side, Blackberg could probably pull away again.
Yeah, it's definitely what he's looking to have happen is the guys behind him start running 2 or 3 wide again, as we see Miller and Moyer starting to run side by side. Going to be interesting to see how long this lasts. And as long as it does, you know, Blackberg is going to be faster. So, you know, both of them are just saying, look, man, just let me go and let's go chase down this leader. But neither one of them want to be back in third right now, as Moyer is going to take the position over into 3 and 4. Miller going to look to the inside, trying to get back on the run on him, but not quite enough. Looks like Moyer is going to be in second position now.
Yeah, Moyer right now running in the second spot, trying to catch Blackberg. Last time, Pye was slower than Blackberg, so we'll see if Moyer tunes it up here just a little bit this time around as he's finally clear than number 12 of Miller. Not really fighting him off there as much as you're looking at David Blackberg. Nope, still about a tick off there of David Blackberg, but we'll see these setups start coming alive about middle portion of the event here tonight. That's when you're going to start seeing them really come to life.
Yeah, that's when you're going to see, like you were saying, that's when these cars are going to be at their best, so to say, is around lap 50, and they're probably going to get faster at that point, which is, you usually don't say that about most tracks or most races, but these guys here, they set their cars up for the slick, and the slicker it gets, the better they get, so you'll start to see the real players start to develop around lap 50. But I tell you what, the guy I'm watching right now is that 29 car of Lane Phillips. Man, he is running top shelf. I mean, he is the highest of high-class wine right now because he's at the very top shelf. And he's making it work up there. The guys behind him not able to get around him. Losing a little bit of time to your leaders. Oh, no! We're going to have the Miller Medium Design caution flag back out. Boy, that's a big parking lot over there in turn 1 and 2. Man. Yep, looks like the 21 car there of Carl Kilgore just got into the back of David Brewer, and boy, it stacked the whole field up there behind him. Nobody had any place to go. Elmore getting up. Jim Revis definitely snuck around there, luckily with pretty much minor damage, maybe just some scratch to the paint, but Massey was able to get through there as well. It looks like Eric Elmore took a big shot. Also, Eric Eichstead taking a big shot there. So those cars are going to have to definitely go into the pits and get some repairs done to them. But they'll get them back out there and catch up to the field. It'll be all right. Still a long ways to go here. As I'm looking, Todd, and it looks like there's a little bit of damage to the nose of Jim Revis, but I think he's going to be all right sitting in that 5th position right now. And you know, the track is just starting to come to him, and he's getting excited.
Yeah, he's definitely, that's where you're going to see it. Man, looking at that hot pink car out there, the number 2. I didn't even take a look at that earlier, but man, that's a slick looking ride. But yeah, Jim Revis, track's starting to come to him, and this is one of his favorite tracks. As I've seen him run really good here each and every time. He's currently running that 5th spot, so look out for him.
Yeah, he's on the inside of Jamie Massey right now, trying to get around Lane Phillips, running that top shelf wine up there again. Phillips gets such a good run off the high side up there, but it's just, it seems like he gets a little loose as the run goes on, and it starts to slow him down a little bit. But if he can get it dialed in, I think he might have a hot rod running up there. As Revis is going to be to his inside now. Is he going to be able to clear him coming off a 4? Not quite enough, so he'll think better of it to moving up and slamming the door. Revis will get around Phillips now. He's going to slot himself into the 4th position. Massey trying to follow Revis down there on the bottom, trying to get around Phillips as well, trying to get into the 5th position. As right now your top 4 single file. Moyer's starting to get on the back bumper of Blackberg there. Going to be interesting to see how long he waits. If you remember a week ago, folks, these two kind of got into it. Actually, that was 2 weeks ago, wasn't it, Todd? They kind of got into one another, and I think Moyer caught the bad end of the stick on that one.
Gotta love kids, Justin. I'm gonna tell you. Oh man, gotta love them. I had to step away for a minute. They're uncontrollable sometimes. Oh yeah, they're perfect angels. They're like Satan's spawn.
I've never heard a peep out of them, Todd.
Yeah. Being voice activation, I'm sure you heard a lot more than probably a bargain for.
But right now, the race for the lead's starting to heat up just a little bit. Moyer poking his nose to the inside of Blackberg, trying to get that run coming out of 4, but he's just too low and just can't quite get it to come. But I'll tell you what, if David just makes the slightest of mistakes, Moyer is going to pounce all over it, and he's going to be your race leader here, folks. I think that's what Moyer might be waiting on right now. Yes,
yeah,
I think that.
I believe so. Definitely believe what Moyer is going to do. Sorry to step on you.
No, you're fine, Todd. That's fine. That's why we work so well together up here in the booth, man. We've got each other figured out, and we talk over one another every once in a while, but you know, we got this figured out.
No, I used to talk over Phil all the time.
Oh man, good old Phil.
Yeah, not even out in the box with us. I don't know what the heck's going on.
I'm kind of surprised. This is kind of, one of his more favorite tracks here, and definitely one of his favorite races to watch at the end of the season. So, kind of surprised he's not up here with us. I guess they probably have him detained in a retirement home tonight.
He was using too much of the internet, so they
well, folks,
took him off for a couple
go
of
ahead,
days.
Tom.
I was going to say, I'm trying to contact the retirement home right now. We'll see if we can get him out there to be out there viewing again here and make everything happen. Hey, one thing I want to do while we're doing this, I thank Eric Brewer out there for 49 stars. We appreciate that, buddy. Appreciate what you've done here for the Full Velocity Race Network. And also, before we get back to the racing, is everything keying on me here? I think the retirement home is actually calling me. But definitely, guys, become a supporter. We have 5 supporters. Right now, 1 in 5 chance. It could be 1 in 6 chance to win $50 on the 28th. $50 just before becoming a supporter for $4.99. We have 5 supporters, guys. I really suggest you get there for the $50. And definitely, we're going to give away a thing for the next 6 months. So, hey, become a supporter and you'll get cool things.
Yeah, folks, it's probably one of the coolest things about if you do become a supporter is not only the $50 draw. I mean, that in itself will pay for your support just about for the whole year right there, or at least 10 months out of it. So, definitely well worth it. But there's a lot of exclusives that we have here with the Full Velocity Racing Network that'll get you access to those. So, I mean, if you're into iRacing and you like watching it and you like racing at it, man, there's, we got painters, we got some guys with setups, we got a whole lot of stuff here. So, and then also, believe we're gonna, if I'm not mistaken, I might be misquoting here, but I believe we might have some shirts down the pipeline coming, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. Shirts coming out. Design just got finalized here last week, so we'll see if we can get them out there in the stores.
There you go, folks. So definitely join us on board here. Become a supporter. I mean, y'all are here every week with us. We enjoy having y'all, and like I said, just support us here, and we can keep on doing this, and just trying to put on great content for y'all each and every week. And I'll tell you, it's easy actually to put on great content when you have races like this. These guys, I know it's some single file racing right now, but I'm telling you what, these guys, each and every one of them are putting 110% in. It's hard to pass a guy in front of you that's running just about as fast as you are. Right now, you're seeing our top 5 are single file. Like I said, we're getting here, coming up to halfway, and I believe after the halfway point is when it's going to really start getting interesting, because the track is going to be to these guys' likings, and they're going to start making moves, which I don't know if they're going to make any moves on Blackbird, because as their setups start to dial in, Blackbird is definitely starting to dial in. He's starting to slowly pull away from Moyer here, so.
Out there, Jeffrey Collins asking if Carl Kilgore got an end of the longest line there, the last yellow flag. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that happened. I'm not sure. Yep, he definitely was. I just looked it up. Yep, Carl did. Yeah, and he's already back. Yep, he's flying up through the field again.
Yes, Carl's always got one of those cars that are quick no matter where we go, and Lanier's no different. So he can go to the back of the pack and charge his way back up through the field.
David Blackbird has been on a mission here tonight, but he'll already lapped 52, and he's led quite a few of them, quite a few laps here so far. He's led exactly 49 laps. I mean, he is on fire here in the number 16 machine, but this is the second portion of the race as we're over halfway home. So this is where cars are going to start coming forward. The cream, they say, will rise to the top. And that's what you're going to see that's going to happen here as you're watching these guys go out of here. The track's starting to slicken off, though. For some of these machines, some of these guys definitely like to drive the slick, others do not. You'll see those guys fall off.
Yeah, and just as the track is starting to get to that sweet spot, as they would say, we're also starting to catch a little bit of lap traffic here, so David's going to have to navigate through some of that. It's going to be interesting to see how well he gets through it and how well the guys behind him get through it as well. We're going to... go ahead.
Go ahead, Justin. Go.
As we're gonna take a ride on board with David Blackbird right now as your race leader. He's got Jeremy Vaughn up ahead of him. That's not for position. That's going to be the first lap car he's going to come up on. So it's going to be interesting to see Jeremy Vaughn running that bottom lane just as the same as your leader. So is Jeremy going to move up out of the way, or is David going to have to try a different line to get around him? We'll see here. Looks like Jeremy's going to go ahead and pull it in, maybe call it a night early tonight. Car just wasn't to his liking, I don't think. But David's still got Douglas Stewart there in front of him as well that he's slowly chasing down, so he's not out of the hot water yet.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I'm just watching these guys come to the front, like Jamie Massey coming to the front, the showstopper, looking down on the inside of number 12 with Gerald Miller. So it looks like Massey's car a little bit faster there. Last time by, he was the second fastest on the field there behind David Blackbird. And then Carl Kilgore, third fastest, and not far off of either one of those guys. So Kilgore, like you said, had to go end the longest line, already back up to the 6th spot. So keep an eye out on him, folks. We still have 40 laps to go.
Yeah, we're going to see just how fast Kilgore can come up here and chase down these top 5. He's got a fast car, so and you know he's going to be doing everything he can to chase him down as we're inside 40 laps to go now. So he's going to have to get on the ball. But I'll tell you what, second on back is they're going to have to all get on the ball because, like we've been saying, David Blackbird is checked out right now. I think he's actually just about closer to the car in front of him than he is the cars behind him. If not, he's pretty close to it. So he's set on a rail tonight, and he's railing it.
Yeah, they're all railing it right now. Top 5 is in a battle for the 3rd spot now, as Miller had it, and Jamie Massey wanted it. Massey now trying to move in on his territory down to the inside in that number 2 machine. Looks like he's going to maybe be able to squeak it out here through 3 and 4 as Miller gets a tad bit loose. Miller's still going to fight back on the outside, not giving it easy. But Jamie Massey, the position number 3 in car number 2.
Yeah, Jamie Massey's one of those guys. He won't ride behind you long if you feel he's got a better car than you. He'll do everything he can to get around you. So he knows it's time to go. I mean, we're almost up to the 35 lap mark right now. So these laps are taking off quick. I mean, they're turning laps in 17 seconds. So it doesn't take long to get around this joint. And you only got 100 of them, so you better start going now if you're going to get it.
laps are taking off faster than I thought they were going to do during this 100 laps. So this goes to show you folks out here, if Wednesday night street fights, this is the best of the best restock drivers out there. Even if you add a couple new guys in there, and like I said, it's invite only, but you add a couple new guys in there, they seem to be meshing well here. Just a couple of yellow flags here tonight, Ellen, here, and these guys still on rails and still working the bottom here pretty much, and you're just watching these guys come to the top. Last time by, fastest out there on the track, obviously your race leader with a 17.503, David Blackbird. Second quick was Jamie Massey with a 17.531. So definitely fast there for Massey, but not fast enough because the leader was just a little bit quicker and continues to be quicker. So Massey is faster than Moyer in front of him, but he's got to get around him and see if he can set sail for David Blackbird.
Yeah, like they always say, it's one thing to catch a guy. It's a whole nother ball game to pass him, but Massey's going to start looking. He's not going to wait long. He knows he's got a faster car than him, and what he sees, the bigger picture that he sees, is the race leader is slowly pulling away. So he knows he's got to get up on it to have any shot at chasing down David. So it's go time, folks. We're inside 30 laps to go. Well, we'll be inside 30 laps to go this time by. It looks like a couple cars. We had a car pull off there, and also Douglas Stewart was moving slow there, just letting the leaders go by.
Yeah, that's good to show that those guys just getting up and out of the way, letting the guys battle it out here amongst the top five. As it looks like Revis starting to heat up that battle for the fourth spot. Did look low there for a moment to try to get around the 12 with Daryl Miller. Miller's still holding on to the fourth spot though, but look out for Jim Revis there in car number 21. Looks like last time by he was a little bit quicker than Miller, but this time by a little bit slower. So it's changing back and forth between those two drivers, so anybody could probably get fourth or fifth there. Carl Kilgore's kind of fallen off the pace though. He hasn't really run down the top those cars right in front of the fourth and fifth spot.
Definitely thought he would chase him down a little bit faster than he has, but he's just not really able to do it. Track's pretty much locked down right now, and I think everybody's really just about as fast as one another now. You got a couple guys that are faster than a few others, but not by much. As what we keep seeing is the lead will shrink a little bit one lap, and then it grows back out a lap. So I guess it all just depends on, for Kyle Moyer and Jamie Massey back there in second and third, is just how well of a lap that David Blackbird can run. And like you said, one lap they'll chase him down a little bit, and the next lap he pulls that little bit of distance back. So be interesting to see is we got 25 laps to go. What's going to happen here? Massey's going to have to get up on the wheel if he's going to get around Moyer, and if he's going to have any shot at getting Blackbird, because that lead is over 2 seconds right now. So he's definitely got to go. But you know, Moyer is one of those too that we've seen him hold, and just save his stuff, and he knows that time when he's like, okay, it's time to go, we got to go, and he'll turn it on. And it wouldn't surprise me if he had something for David Blackbird up there and was able to go chase him down.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me either. Is he definitely knows when to turn it on. Like you said, I watched him a couple different times run down the race leader, even from further back. Right now, 2.116 back, but I've seen him run down race leader from 3 seconds back. Massey right there still knocking on the door too. Those guys running in pretty much identical lap times the last few laps. As those guys pretty much single file. They are pulling away from Gerald Miller and Jim Revis there with fourth and fifth. Go back to look at Carl Kilgore. He's in a league of his own. Jordan Curdy in car number 28. He's rolling around in that seventh spot. A good run for him. And Lane Phillips, another newcomer, running in eighth. And Justin Thompson running in the ninth spot in car number 98. Then you also have Keith Hackney running out your top 10. Hackney had some trouble in the heat race. Ended up having to put it on the trailer there to fix it, and now put it back out here. And he had to come from the tail end. And Hackney right now running 10.
Because it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a battle, a little bit of contact there for second position. Massey going to get into Moyer just a little bit there. Going to really hurt Massey. He's going to fall back to the clutches of Gerald Miller now, but looks like he'll be able to hold on to the third position. As he really put himself in a hole now, Miller's going to look to the inside of Massey. Is he going to be able to have anything for him down in 3 and 4? Not quite enough, as Massey will hold on to the third position for this lap. We're inside 20 to go, and it's starting to heat up. Like I said, Massey wouldn't sit there for long, and he knew it. He tried to make the move. Unfortunately, Moyer just kind of came down a little bit. They made a little bit of wheel contact, turned the car sideways, but kept it going. So we're still green here. Blackberg is slowly just really checking out from the field. It was inside 2 seconds, but now it's outside of 2 seconds. So if nothing happens, I mean, I don't want to jinx the man, but if nothing changes, it's starting to look like it's going to be a David Blackberg show here tonight. It's 15 laps to go.
Yeah, David Blackbird's definitely put on a clinic here tonight, and he hasn't really been really slower than any of the cars directly behind him last time by. That was the first time I've seen him actually throw a slower lap down, and Kyle Moyer 17.697, so 679, excuse me, was a little bit faster, but then he actually improves on it there. 17.542 for David Blackbird. Kyle Moyer now only 17.724, so Blackbird again starting to drive away.
As David Brewer is right in front of Blackberg, though. He's going to move up way high there, going to let Blackberg go. I was anxious to see where Brewer was going to run, if he was going to give him that bottom line, because he was kind of running about the second line there, but he'll move up and let the leader go. A lot of respect in this league. These guys know, hey, they missed the setup tonight, you know, but they know they'll be back next week or the next race and put it together a little bit better and get stuff figured out.
Watching Jeremy Vaughn out there in the chat box, and it was just too slick for him here tonight in car number 8. So yeah, he could have jumped and could have got one of them stars. You know, those stars that make you real fast and you can go through everything. He got one of those stars.
You know, Todd, I think this is the wrong racing arena. I believe you're talking about Mario Kart racing arena. I don't think iRacing has implemented that yet, but hey, you know, weird things have happened before.
Don't ruin it. Ruined all my fun.
Well, Jack, you know, I will say the few times I've seen you on the track, it does seem like you have a star because you go way faster than everybody through the turn and right through everybody in the turn. So
yeah, I just go straight and I go through the wall and into
the... Definitely good for the demo derby kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely can do that well. As boy, David Blackberg has stretched out this lead. He is 2.8 seconds ahead of your second place runner, but Massey has chased back down Kyle Moyer. So we're going to have a battle here for second, folks. Before this thing's over, they're going to be side by side again. Is Massey going to give a little bit of the bumper love in there to Kyle Moyer, trying to move him up out of the groove? Moyer going to stand firm, though, and not going to give him the spot. He's going to have to search all around this track to try to get around Moyer. Moyer is quick. I just believe Jamie is just a little bit faster than him, but like we said, it's one thing to catch a guy. It's a whole nother story to pass him here.
Yeah, it definitely is. Massey right now, just kind of, they're running the same identical line. Massey's going to have to keep putting the bumper to him maybe to make Moyer fold, but Moyer is a seasoned veteran, I should say, as now this lap car could be used as a pick there, and maybe for either one of these drivers to try to get around each other. Is Massey now looking down to the inside of Kyle Moyer. Moyer kind of getting up and out the bottom of the speedway there through the corner over 1 and 2. They come down through 3 and 4. Moyer kind of forces the issue down to the bottom with 3 laps remaining. David Blackbird right now race leader. Second is still Kyle Moyer. As Moyer are going to get down and below the number 69 of David Brewer as they go around. There's definitely some different things going on there, but David Brewer moves up and out of the way for the drivers and then falls back in the line. So it is still 11 and Kyle Moyer running in that second spot.
Yeah, but at this point, your race leader is checked out. He has no fear. He's going to come out of turn 4 this time to get the white flag, as we're going to have one more trip around the Lanier National Speedway here for your race leader. Boy, if anybody, I mean, just absolutely nobody has had anything for David tonight, and it's shown how good of a car he's got. He works hard at it. He's going to come out of turn 4, and your race winner here for the Wednesday night street fights at Lanier National Speedway is going to be David Blackburn. Coming home second is going to be Kyle Moyer. Jamie Massey will finish third. Gerald Miller fourth. Fifth will be Jim Revis. Carl Kilgore will come home sixth. Seventh position will be Jordan Curdy. Eighth will be Justin Thompson. Ninth will be Keith Hackney. 10th will be Lane Phillips. 11th position will be Alex Brewer. The real OG, Derek Debris, will finish 12th. David Brewer will come home 13th. Douglas Stewart 14th. Daniel Stifler 15th. Eric Eichstead will come home 16th. 17th will be Jumpin' Jeremy Vaughn. And rounding out the field tonight is going to be Eric Elmore. As we're going to step away just for a second here, make our way down to the BladeNo.com victory lane and get up with your top 3, folks. So we'll be right back in just a moment.
All right, and welcome back to the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. And hey, we're going to send it down to Justin Gledhill, who's got up with tonight's third and second place finishers here at DWRL Wednesday Night Street Fight.
Yeah, Todd, I'm down here with my sunglasses on for this bright pink car, this number 2 car here. Mr. Jamie Massey is going to come home third. Boy, Jamie, you had a fast car there for a little while, just kind of got stuck in Kyle and couldn't quite get around him tonight, huh?
Yeah, man. He was he was just fast enough for me not to get around him. I raced with Jim the entire race. I think me and Jim raced from the green flag until whenever Jim let me go by, and I ran Kyle down, and I raced with I think the 12 car Miller. I got by him, and then I ran Kyle down. It's just it's hard to pass, man, and if and I wouldn't want it to if I had to rough him up, and I would have had to rough him up to get by.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things. Lanier is one of those tracks that when it gets slick like that, it can go one or two ways, and it kind of seemed like it went the one way of just kind of be locked down at the very bottom, and that's where you had to be. And like you said, it was either ride behind him and wait for him to make a mistake or rough him up, and you took the latter and just waited for him to make a mistake. Unfortunately for you, he just didn't make a mistake tonight.
Yeah, the problem is Kyle Moyer don't make many mistakes, so you gotta. I mean, there's no way in hell I was going to run over him. So he kept going to the bottom there like 3 or 4 times, and he was getting loose in the center. So I kept sneaking to the high side, hoping that he would get loose in the center and I could get up beside him. Or maybe he would try to block me to the outside, and then I could go to the bottom. But he never fell for it or never messed up enough for me to get a run on him. But that's what I expected. I mean, I'm just happy to come home with one piece. Didn't piss nobody off, and is what it is. We'll come back next season and run a full season, see if we can't win some more races.
There you go, folks. Jamie, look, I know you got a lot of people on that bright car that you got there. Like I said, I got to wear the sunglasses looking at that thing. It's so bright, but it looks good. Got a lot of sponsors on there, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you the microphone, let you take it away, and think who you got to.
Oh yeah, man. I wanna thank Extreme Savage, SRI, Small Change Design, Lizard Lit Pit Lights, ML Performance, Renegade Race Fuels, and also want to give a shout out to that that bright pink car you're talking about. Ray's Designs did that, and man, he's made me some cars here lately, and they're awesome. But first and foremost, I want to thank Carl over at Kilgore Consulting. He's got us hooked up. If you ain't racing one, most likely you chasing one. See y'all next time.
Great, folks. That's going to be your third place finisher. The number 2 car, that is Jamie Massey. As I'm going to make my way over here to our second place finisher tonight. Looks like Mr. Kyle Moyer in that purple 11 car brought it home in second tonight. Boy, Kyle, you run a really smart race there. Unfortunately, your co-part up there just was able to check away from you, but you just no mistakes and come home second tonight, huh?
I mean, it was a second place car. It wasn't. I didn't have anything for him, obviously. Just running different setups, trying different things, and he picked the right one.
Yeah, it's not too often that we see one of y'all two run away from the other, because y'all usually are pretty set on being side by side, whether it's at the back of the pack or the front of the pack. Not too much at the back of the pack, but usually y'all are kind of on door handle to door handle or bumper to bumper, and it was kind of exciting, not for you by any means, but kind of interesting to see him pull away from you like he did.
He pulled me. He had the car to beat. He looked good, smooth. He ran a good race for sure. It was definitely it was a good run.
Yeah, with you and Jamie back there were having a heck of a battle. Like I was telling him, it was just kind of one of them things where he might have been a little bit faster than you, but it's one thing to catch a guy, it's another thing to pass him, and he's going to have to wait on you to make a mistake. And he even said it himself, which we all know, Mr. Moyer doesn't make too many mistakes on his own.
I try not to. This thing goes locked down. We all know how Lanier is. It goes that one lane, and it's hard to pass. I'm not saying Jamie didn't have a faster car, but I wasn't going to move either. So
Definitely wasn't going to let him show you if it was faster, anyways.
right.
Well, Kyle, I mean, you've been up here in the booth. We've been down here in Victory Lane with you 1,000 times. I'm sure you know at this point what time it is, so I'll give you the microphone and let you do your thing, man.
First off, thank you guys for broadcasting, for sure. Thank you a lot for that. Everybody that puts in this, or runs this series, shows up to the series. Thank you guys. I mean, it's been a hell of another series. Thanks, Team Dirt Warrior, Evil One Graphics, Big Designs, Junk Fabrication, and that's about it.
Great, folks. Your second place finisher tonight is going to be that purple 11 car. That is Kyle Moyer. As now I believe Todd is down there with our race winner in Victory Lane. Todd, you got a race winner down there?
Yeah, down here in Victory Lane. Kind of stunk up the show here tonight, but hey, that means he was on fire here. The driver, the number 16, David Blackberg. But David, man, a great race for you, man. You had everything. Everything was firing on all cylinders. 98 laps led here tonight, and man, what more of a tail whooping could you put on him here tonight?
That car was extremely fast. I mean, it just kept getting faster and faster. It seemed like it was great run.
Yeah, definitely a good run there. Kind of got locked down to the bottom of the track here, but you were definitely pulling the faster lap times all the way through this event here. This is looking at the last lap. You were the quickest by 0.200, so 0.1 it should be. But definitely the fastest car here in that number 16 machine, man. And it seemed like you pretty much put the car anywhere you wanted to, but you kind of stuck it right where it needed to be tonight.
Yeah, we got to the lead and just cruised around for 98, 100 laps, whatever it was, and I didn't really have to do anything different but just run that line around there and just keep going. My foot started going numb. It was a long green flag run. I was pulling it off in the middle of the straightaway, shaking it around. My toes were numb. It was a long race.
Definitely a long race, and hey, you took down the win here at the end of the season, and definitely appreciate that. You got to appreciate that. You have more bragging rights. Hey, you got a couple extra weeks probably for bragging rights, and especially some momentum maybe going into Al's Auto Shootout too.
Yeah, winning this season finale for Wednesday Night Street Fights is a pretty big deal. I mean, usually the good guys show up for this one. It's pretty fun, man. I really enjoy it.
All right, David, before I let you go, I'll give you that microphone one last time. You can thank you. We'd like to thank you live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
Thank you guys for sponsoring the series this time around. You guys did a great job broadcasting. I enjoyed going back and watching them. I gotta thank Team Dirt Warrior. We worked on this set right before the race. She was fast, boy. She was fast. I gotta thank my girlfriend Holly, Al's Auto, and that's about it for the night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, taking down the win here tonight. Led 98 laps here at the Lanier Speedway. Driver the number 16, David Blackburn. So it looks like this is going to be it here for at least tonight. At least we'll see what's going to go on. Stay tuned to the page. If we're going to stay with Wednesday Night Street Fights, I definitely know they'll probably work on it here. But appreciate everybody tuning in here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Justin, man, once again, approved to me that this track is, it may get locked down to the bottom at the end of it, but it just produces some good racing.
Well, yeah, it produces some good racing, and it also proves just how talented these guys are. I mean, like we were saying, the track did get locked down, but there were still cars out there passing one another, and they passed with respect. They, you've seen the lap cars getting out of the way. That's just the amount of respect each and every one of these guys in the series have for one another. And then we've seen guys come from the back of the pack all the way up to the front. I mean, Jamie Massey, Jim Rebus, Carl Kilgore come from the back of the pack. It definitely was racy. You just had to have it set on kill to be able to do it. And I think there was a few of them guys. I mean, definitely David Blackburn definitely had it set on kill. But a few of the other guys out here tonight had it set on kill as well.
Yeah, definitely did. And what a great race here again. Season finale here at the Lanier National Speedway. But that's going to do it here for tonight, folks. And appreciate everyone tuning in. And hey, stay tuned. Thursday night, we'll have the Big Block Modifieds here tomorrow night. And a great race here with VLR that's putting on the Schaefer Oils Big Block Modifieds. So we'll see you guys here locked and loaded tomorrow night for some ground-pounding, earth-shaking Modifieds. Good night, folks.